All right, boys. So as you could tell by the title, this is not a video that I'm excited to make. Yeah, today was a really bad day and I did everything you shouldn't do pretty much as a trader. I was being way too impulsive. I was failing to invalidate my thesis. I was over trading and it was just really bad, and I'm gonna just explain everything what happened. So this is my funded account balance right now. It's at around 1200. As you can see to the right, my P&L for the day is minus 3000, which is just so disgusting, because if you guys know, I've been trading with 2 contracts and that is still the case, and I did not over leverage. But look at this. This is just like, all right, this is a perfect example of what a day looks like when you do everything wrong as a trader. As far as the only thing I didn't do wrong was over leverage on one position, but as you can see, that doesn't even matter because we just completely self-destructed. I just completely I just went on a whole different level today. Like, this is, look, I'll show you guys my all accounts. This is all accounts. Look, this is my worst day ever, or the same as my worst day ever, I guess. 12 entries, no winners, and I'm gonna explain everything to you guys right now. So just take this video as a sign of what you should not be doing ever in your trading career. So I have Bookmap to my right pulled up. I don't know if my Mac can handle me playing this at the same time, but so my level of interest for today is this consolidation area right here, which was 5745 to 5730. And essentially I was just basing my analysis on the reaction to this level. So if we held it, then it was a good spot to look for longs. If we broke it, it was a good shot. We broke it, I wanted to play shorts, targeting down to this 5716 and down to the 5700 level. Yeah, on top of that, we had some speaking today, probably added to the volatility. But so my first 3 entries were shorts. Let me see when I switch my bias. First 4. All right, so my first 4 entries were shorts. So I'm gonna just try to do a replay. I'm gonna just try to do the replay feature for you guys, and I hope my computer doesn't fucking blow up. This is gonna be interesting. All right, so my first entry was right at the open because we were at my key level. All right, so boom, this is the open. So normally I wouldn't take a trade within 15 minutes of the open, but I actually don't mind doing that whenever we open so close or like right at the level. So for example, today we open up and we just sell straight off and we break into the 5745 area, and I immediately, like, today, the main theme of today is impulsiveness, and like it's not even funny, guys. So like I literally took a short position right when that 45 level broke, and I'm in profit for a few points, probably like 4 or 5 or something, and then you'll see we come right back, stop me out. So boom, I'm stopped out. My risk was at 45. So I re-enter right around here, re-enter short, and this time we get an entry at 42, right? So check out what happens. We're in short at 42. And we're liking this. We see a lot of aggressive buying, not getting rewarded. Sorry, my computer is so bad, like, can't handle this shit. But so boom, look, we sold through our main level today the whole way through. So we're up like, I guess, 10 points at this point. And my stop's at break even at this point, and I think I'm chilling. I'm like, all right, I'm holding this position, which is 2 contracts. I'm holding it down to 5716 and possibly below. So that was my mindset with this position. Now, you can see we start finding a little bit harder for sellers to push the price down. and then we start seeing some buying come in. So I should have just hopped out right when I seen this, because it's almost a 20-point move. That's good enough. It should be good enough. But I was greedy and I just said, I'm holding my stop at break even, and I'm holding for the 5716 to 700 level because of how fast we broke down from the open. So I personally don't really have a problem with that decision either. Like, I think that that decision was pretty valid. I should have taken at least one off right here, but it is what it is. But check that out. You see that? That's a 20-point rally in 3 minutes. 8:46. Not even 3 minutes. Literally pretty much 1 minute, 2 minutes. So 2 minutes and we just break even on that trade. And now we're back to zero for the day. So here's where I start fucking up. So if you are trading, if you see your level breach, or if you see this happen, like you get a 20-point sell-off and it gets reclaimed with this type of speed, this short thesis should be completely invalidated. Like, if the market wanted to sell off down to the levels I was targeting, it would have done so during this move right here. And I was just too caught on the short bias, and I think a part of that was the VIX was up to positive like 1.5–2% for this whole thing. And I'm not saying that that's a valid reason to be completely short biased. I'm just saying that's how I was thinking. So I should have seen this reclaim and been like, all right, we reclaimed my key level of the day. Now I need to switch my bias to longs, but I did not do that. I tried one more short. I tried two more shorts, and so look, this one entered at 49, stopped out 1 minute later. This one entered within 30 seconds of my other stop. So we pretty much entered right here. We pretty much enter a short, like literally right now. It gets stopped out within a minute. Let's see. So we would have already stopped out. All right, so I already stopped out of one at this point, and like I said already, like my bias should have been switched to longs as soon as this 20-point reclaim happens. And now, as soon as I see this, now I should be saying, all right, where is the best opportunity to buy? But I was not thinking at all, and I fucked up. So I already said I stopped out already once, and this second position I put on immediately after I stopped out, and then I stopped out at 9:02, so that's going to be in like a few seconds here. All right, so I stop out on this little move right here. This is like a perfect reason to get long. So I don't think you guys were able to see it very well because my computer can barely handle this. But we have a lot of large selling coming in this area right here. And price is just holding and even moving higher. This right here is a sign alone to get long. And then obviously we'd want to have the stop right below this large volume that failed to move price lower. So yeah, 9:02, I took my first long. So this is what I think happened. We didn't stop out of that second. All right, so I stopped out of my second short, or I guess this will be my fourth short. So I stopped out of my fourth short, probably right in here somewhere. And then I immediately switched my bias to long after this move right here, but I got a terrible entry on it. And this is the second biggest problem of the day. So first biggest problem of the day was just the impulsiveness that I had, the first biggest problem of this day was the impulsiveness. Like, I had absolutely no patience. My biggest problem in trading is quickly entering after I get stopped out. That happened many times today. And the second problem was I had these impulsive entries, and then my risk was placed at the worst spots. So we switched our bias to long, but look, we're in it. We are in at 5,750, and our stop was at 5. It was 4 points, so at 46 area. So I get in immediately on this push, like once again, no patience at all. So I get in immediately, and what do you know? We get a nice little move, and then we come stop me out. I get stopped out right here. That was at what, 906? So at this point of the day, I'm at 3 full losses. According to my rules, I should be done trading for the day and I should walk away. But that's not what I had in mind. So I don't know. This is where it gets really bad. So I tried another short after I seen this selling. This is just how you know the impulsiveness was such a problem today. Like, I'll see this sell off right here and I'm like, boom, all right, we're breaking this 45-30 level again. Tried it, stopped out within 2 minutes, re-entered within 30 seconds with another long position at another bad place, with my stop at another bad spot. So like I said, my first long entry was right here at like 50, and then my stop was at 46. The best move you probably could have done for this long was this consolidation at high day. Whenever you see this consolidation at high day or low day, you want to wait for one side to get screwed. So in this case, early longs get screwed. A lot of people probably had their stop below 42. They get stopped, took a couple stops out, not by much, but the best position you could have had is like break this is whenever you take the 42 level and then you immediately buy right back up. You need to be long here with your stop at either 41.75 or 42.25, and that would be the best spot you could be for the long. Like, my position was so bad because I get in at 50 and then my stop is not at a point of invalidation. So if I stop out, the trade thesis that I have is actually not even invalidated. Therefore, the chances of me wanting to re-enter are a lot higher, which they were, and I did. So like I said, we were back in long at 908, so right around here somewhere, and I'm pretty sure my stop was at 40, it was at 48. So we get it at 49, and then my stop's at 48. I don't even know why my stop was 1 point. I really don't. Honestly, I could have manually closed that. I'm not really sure. I forget, but this day was just so foul. Like, this is just like, it's so foul, man. Like I said before, if our stop was at the point of invalidation, which would have been down here at 4.1, 4.225, then we would still be in this, and we would actually be up probably. Well, we'd only be up with our entry at 50, like 6 points. But if you had a better entry, you would have been able to get, if you had a nice entry around 46, that was an easy 12-pointer or something. All right, so I just got stopped out of that long, but we aren't even done yet. We got another short coming in here. It's like, at this point, I am quite literally just gambling. And like, when I say I'm gambling, like in the moment, this is where I'm just so tilted and I'm just trying to get anything to make my money back. And it just goes terribly, as it should. I deserved what happened today because I stop out of that short. And then I believe I try like 2 more longs. And then my last position, ironically, would have smacked, but my drawdown limit triggered. During the position. But all right, so my computer just cannot handle bookmap. But essentially, the main themes for today was impulsiveness, failure to invalidate my initial plan after we saw that crazy 20-point reclaim, then putting on terrible impulsive entries with my stop somewhere that is not an area of invalidation. So yeah, on top of all of those things, I should have walked away after 3 losses, which is in my rules, but I broke my rules today. I was taking trades that weren't aligned with my plan today. It was just like, literally, this is quite literally the opposite of what you want to do as a trader. And it sucks because the one position I had was up like 18 points at one point, stopped for break even. And then it was just like, I just kept getting ground up in this consolidation upwards. And I was just getting stopped because my stops were just garbage because my entries were garbage. And it was just like, it was so bad, bro. Yeah, so our current situation here is, yeah, boys, I started today with $4,300 in my funded account, and now I'm at $1,200. So my plan moving forward, I feel like most people are, I feel like most people would have a day like this and they would say they are going to just risk it all, or they would just risk the rest of their account on one position, but that's actually not what I'm going to do. And that's not what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to one contract again, and I'm going to try to work my way up back from one contract and making sure that I'm taking trades where my entries are good, where my stop can be at somewhere that invalidates the trade thesis. And if I lose three trades, well, if I lose three trades in a row, I'm done for the day. And I just have to stick to that. I'm so embarrassed that I let today happen like it did, because like I'll just show you, we've had the best month ever last month, and just we're 3 months in a row profitable, and I don't want to blow that. But today is something that has not happened since like June, and before that was January. So today has just been a complete reminder of why I have stuck to all my rules for the last few months, and why I've been so patient and disciplined with everything, because when I'm not, stuff like this happens. And I think this is the first day we've overtraded like that since this whole week, whenever we were about to pass our combine but blew it. But it wasn't as bad. But yeah, man, 10 losses in a row. Yeah, I'm sorry to make sure you don't do exactly what I've done today that I showed you in this video. But yeah, so we're just going to be slowly building ourselves back and making sure that I'm never breaking my rules like that again. It's one of those scenarios where it's just like, it is what it is. You can't change. Like, as much as I wish I could have completely redid this morning and at least been able to recognize some things earlier, it's whatever. It sucks, but that's how the game goes. And this is one of those days where it smacks you in the face, and it reminds you why you have rules, why you have a plan that you follow, and why you put on entries where the risk is going to be invalidating your thesis, because otherwise you're just going to want to re-enter. And yeah, so I hope you guys can take that day that I just had and make sure that you never do that. But anyways, I'll catch you in the next one.